Blackwell's is the largest specialist academic bookseller in the UK. They have flagship stores in Oxford, Edinburgh, and Cambridge. The majority of their bookshops are based on university campuses, supporting students and academics within the institution. They first opened their stores in 1879 in Oxford, and in 1995 they became the first transactional online bookstore in the UK, giving people across the world access to over 15,000 titles. In this video, we are talking about how Blackwell's has tackled the development of technology and the challenges it has brought upon them. We were lucky enough to interview Jackie Hawker, who is the academic manager at Blackwell's in Edinburgh. This interview is read out later on in the video.
Today we live in a fast-paced society where the majority of our lives have become technology-based. We use it for work, with various databases and services being integral to our modern lives. Our leisure activities also usually involve various kinds of technology, such as television, music, and computer games. However, leisure trends are constantly changing, as there are so many other options, resulting in reading becoming increasingly more unpopular, with streaming services such as Netflix and Amazon Prime being far easier just to switch on rather than going out to a bookshop to search for a suitable title to purchase. Trends are similar academically, with the majority of students finding it easier and cheaper to find their resources online. However, it would not be fair to say that the nation has lost its love for reading completely, as in recent years we did see the e-book enter the market and initially appear to threaten the traditional paper book. With sales initially soaring, it provided a more convenient way for consumers to read. However, these sales quickly levelled off as ebooks and e-readers just could not replace the traditional paper book, which is loved by so many. Instead, we have seen changes in which the way consumers purchase their books, with sales shifting from traditional bookshops to online retailers such as Amazon, where price comparison is easy and consumers don't have to dedicate as much time out of their hectic lives to going out and purchasing a book. The ease of purchasing online has seen many book retailers such as Blackwell's and WH Smith's introducing their own online purchasing services in an attempt to compete with these online giants. We've also seen many bookstores diversifying and introducing cafes and reading areas into their stores in an attempt to increase the attractiveness of these locations, encouraging consumers to spend more time and more money whilst in store, and creating peaceful locations which enable consumers to take breaks from their hectic lives.
Speaking to the impact of technology development on Blackwell's. First of all, Blackwell's business operations were mainly based on offline book retail. Their business model was successful for a very long time. However, in recent years, Blackwell's was suffering from continuous loss due to the technology development. With the progression of human science, more and more inventions were created to improve people's life quality and providing more convenience. Compared to physical books, e-readers, online books resources could provide customers a more pleasant experience by those additional features. For example, saving more space, wider category choice, and simply easier access. All of these are the contributing factor for today's competitive book market. In the meantime, as the popularization of internet, increasingly amount of people would rather spend their time online for entertainment instead of reading those old style media, like magazine and books, which made the environment even more difficult for those book retailers like Blackwell's stores to survive. Therefore, Blackwell's was facing a huge challenge and need to decide whether adapting to the changing market environment by altering their business operation or coming to the end of close down of their stores.
What is done to make Blackwell's remain competitive to Kindle?
Blackwell can and does supply almost any e-reader to our institutional purchasers, fully loaded with any required learning resources. We have not yet been asked for an e-reader or other device we could not supply, with the obvious exception of Amazon's Kindle. For 3 years, from 2014 to 17, we supplied various editions of the Barnes & Noble-backed Nook to our general customers, but when Barnes & Noble retreated from the e-reader market, we ceased to supply and have not felt the need to replace this product for general customers. Please note, general in this case refers to non-institutional customers.
What is done to make Blackwell's remain competitive to online books?
Online books. I am taking this to refer to online learning resources specific to courses, but not ebooks. Most of these learning resources are exclusive to particular publishers and are often attached to particular texts. Where Blackwell is on campus, access is often sold through codes obtained in a pack with a physical or digital copy of a particular textbook. Sometimes these codes are sent via email. If the university buys access for all students, whether from Blackwell or directly from the publisher, codes are sent via the university.
Therefore, what is done to make Blackwell's competitive to ebooks?
Ebooks. We currently sell single-use ebooks through our website. From 2014 to 17, we developed and used our own ebook platform, Blackwell Learning, to supply digital text in bulk to institutions with all appropriate safeguards on copyright and excellent access provision. Although the platform was well regarded, it became apparent that it did not have the flexibility we wanted in order to supply all forms of digital text. So we went into partnership with CoreText as a supplier of digital resources for our institutions. This partnership is still active and in place.
How have Blackwell's remained competitive to Amazon?
Amazon. See comments above about Kindle and digital text. In addition, in terms of physical books sold, Blackwell is now in our 3rd year of the successful student price match guarantee offer. We do match Amazon's direct sale price for physical text in store and online. The offer is available to everyone, not just students, and applies to every book in the shop. Our issue, therefore, is making sure our customers, both academic and non-academic, are aware of this price match offer.
What is done to make Blackwell's remain competitive to subscriptions?
There are also subscription services offered by particular publishers and platforms directly to students, which offer access to a catalogue of learning resources and text for a monthly or yearly sum, the academic equivalent to Kindle Unlimited. These models are far more popular in the US than the UK, given that a university library offers the same service for free, but are increasing in popularity. We are not currently part of the marketplace for this model. Is there any action taken to widen the customer base? Generally, our website and its competitive pricing has made considerable inroads into new marketplaces, initially through third-party supply, but increasingly through direct supply. We are rapidly increasing market share in Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Malaysia and Singapore, and also see an increasing number of sales in the North American continent. Currently, 21 currencies are IP linked on the website, so that customers see a postage inclusive price in the currency of the country where they are based. We are working on extending this functionality. Attracting more young people through technology is a more interesting query. For digital tech, sales are dropping in the UK, 14% down last year, and piracy threatens the entire marketplace. We effectively withdrew from eText development when we sold our platform to CoreText, and remain happy with concentrating our development costs on our highly successful web presence, which reaches people of all ages. We're currently working on an app, as well as extending our IP-linked currency capacity. Here in store, we reach out to new customers through our extensive student textbook networking, through social media and print/digital media events, listings, and through our emailed newsletter. We offer an extensive internal and external programme of events, often 2 a day, as well as book groups and our well-known book quiz. This is effective in attracting a solid local customer base. We're meticulous about customer service and focus in-store and word-of-mouth recommendations are our most valuable advertising tool. As a whole, our website is by far the most useful and effective mechanism of attracting new customers, but word of mouth and our events programme continues to attract new customers to the physical shop here in Edinburgh. We have seen a gradual footfall rise year on year for the past 7 years or so. Was any action taken to increase profits from other sources during the period of losing last decade? As a company, while making considerable strides to profitability, Blackwell remains loss-making. We hope to reach profitability this year and thus move to employee ownership in 2021. To do so, we have A, cut costs, and B, invested in new projects, notably the digital platform Blackwell Learning, which is successful in positioning us within the digital marketplace to our institutions. Less successful as a product, resulted in the successful Cortex partnership, and our highly successful website.
To tackle these challenges, Blackwell has implemented multiple measures. Firstly, they are supplying ebooks and e-textbooks online. From 2014 to 17, they have developed their own ebook platform, Blackwell Learning, to supply digital text in bulk to institutions. However, this platform wasn't as effective as they hoped, so they chose to supply ebooks to institutions online through the partnership with Cortex instead. Price-wise, Blackwell has the student price match guarantee, which they vow to match the price of Amazon, Waterstones, and W.H. Smith, the other online bookshops. They also offer the option of buying and reselling second-hand books from students, so that students can buy books for a lower price or sell the unwanted books. Thirdly, they are increasing their web presence through their official website and social media. They plan to extend to worldwide markets such as Australia, New Zealand, and Japan by IP linking different currencies on their online bookshop. They are also working to trade worldwide through direct supply. Furthermore, they're using Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and their email newsletter to not only connect to their current customers but also reach out to more potential customers. Also, they're improving their physical shops. In recent years, they have opened innovative stores in Liverpool, Cardiff, and Manchester. These stores are not only spacious and more easy to navigate, but are also artistically designed to match the local culture. They aim to make the customer's in-store experience more enjoyable, and as such, attract more customers into their physical stores. Blackwell's partnership with Cafe Nero also connects their physical bookstores with the cafe, and in Liverpool and Cardiff, they display books in the cafe tables during peak periods. These tables are converted into seating during quieter periods, so that students can enjoy coffee and read books at the same time. Blackwell also regularly hold in-store events to attract different demographics. They focus on in-store experience and word-of-mouth recommendations to widen the customer base. Events such as book groups, author talks, and games nights, and much more are held in stores nearly daily. These events are not only promoted on their official website, but are also available on Eventbrite and Skiddle.
Blackwell's attempts to combat the issues they face as a company regarding readers and technology have shown both strengths and weaknesses in various different ways. Firstly, it is clear that as a bookseller, one of their largest challenges is the rise in technology. As people are now spending up to 3 hours a day on their phones, Blackwell's has utilised their resources to adapt to this change. By creating online platforms and an app, the modern day customer will be more inclined to use the business, but this will also allow them to stay more relevant and not be drowned out by competition such as Amazon. Also, by hosting in-store events such as book signings, Blackwell's will be able to attract more customers into the store, which will in turn increase sales for them. This tactic is particularly useful as it allows them to attract in customers from certain age demographics by inviting influential figures, for example for young people, an age group which has been shown to read less than older people. However, all of these things will be costly to the business. Blackwell's has formed a partnership with Cafe Nero, where they have now built Cafe Nero branches into some of their stores, as well as generally redesigning stores also. The presence of Cafe Nero branches in shops will attract more people to the store, no doubt, as it provides a place for customers to relax and spend time. However, this is not exclusive to Blackwell's, as competitors such as Waterstones already have similar deals with places like Costa, so customer preferences may still be a problem. Blackwell's may also experience a loss in sales revenue as a result of lowering prices to fulfil their price match guarantee.